Hi guys! Well, it's been a while, I know, but I'm back to do a flip through of this journal that I made a couple of months ago, actually. Now, it's a repurposed accounting or tax book from memory, and I've covered it in this beautiful fabric. I'm just going to go up close so you can see the pattern. I don't know if the colour and the pattern comes up that well on camera, but it's very pretty. It's purple, teal and black. I've put this little piece on the front. That's just a little scrap fabric cluster, and this was a piece of old jewelry. It was a clip-on earring that I pulled the little piece off the back. It's really cute. Anyway, it's got a curved spine, 4 signatures. That's the back. And it's a little bit of a fatty. So lots of scrap fabric in this one. It's the top. Okay, I'm going to sit down and do a flip through. Oh, let me tell you the size, maybe. Okay, so it's around 16 centimeters, which is about 6.5 inches, give or take. And it's about 25.5 centimeters tall, which is about 10 inches. Okay. Cover, just got one of those pocket bands. Also any ephemera, you know, little envelopes or pockets or tags or whatever that I've made, if I've done a video on that before, I'll put that I'll put the link in the comments box below if you want to check that out. So I've just got a little pocket band there. That was just some random barcode off something, I don't even know what, and a little bird embellishment. This is an original envelope. This envelope is 1968. It says first day cover there. Lieutenant Dayton, British Military Hospital, Singapore. I love this envelope with the little insignia there. Anyway, I've just put some coffee dyed note card in there with a flower stamp, just to put something in there, but you can pop whatever little letter you like in there. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so that goes in there. Some scrap fabric, lots of sewing in this journal as well. Lots of scrap fabric and lots of pieced papers like this. It's just an old phone book. Some dyed typing paper, fabric ruffle. This little stamp. Rayleigh from Crafts from the Dungeon, she sent me a little happy mail with a few pages of all stamped little flowers and butterflies and that. So Rayleigh, I've used one of those there. I'll put the link to her channel down below as well. Oh, this was also from Rayleigh. Little scrappy tags. She has these in her Etsy shop. She makes them from recycled cardboard. This is a mother box. And little scraps of fabric and bling. Really cute. I've just put some scrap fabric through it, and I've just sewn that across onto another piece of scrap fabric, which was from the cover of the journal. And inside, this is just painted cookbook. Oh, this was actually the first page of this original book. It was Commonwealth Taxation Board of Review Decisions, 1968. So I've just made that into a tag because I kind of like the first page of books, they look quite interesting, and you know what book it came from. What's this? I made this journal maybe 2-3 months ago now, probably 3 months ago, so I've kind of forgotten what I've put in it. This is Dealers and Wholesalers Register. Quite some time ago from Reverse Garbage, I bought just a box of loose random papers and notebooks and stuff like that, and had writing pads and that, and it had a few company books and receipt and invoice books and stuff like that in there. So I've just coffee dyed them and popped them in. I think they're kind of interesting papers. Some black dyed paper. I think these were from Halloween pages I did years ago. It's just one of my little scrap paper and fabric clusters. Journal card. Some grungy papers I did ages ago. Love how these turned out. You'll see this in all of my journals. This is dot matrix printer paper. It comes in a continuous sheet with perforated perforations between the pages, and you just rip them apart. Some dyed paper. Actually, this wasn't dyed. This was just coffee dyed paper, and when I coffee dyed the paper, on top I put one of my grandkids' school notes. They're always bringing home school notes from school that are in really bright colours. They get so many notes, orange, blue, green, yellow, and I just put one of the purple pages on top of the wet coffee dyed page, and that's how it came out. Really cool. I did some green ones. I think I used them in this journal as well. It's an old diary page. These were some grungy pink pages I did many years ago. This is the very last page, actually, that I've got. I don't know if you can see, there's little dots on there. That's from this rusty old metal little table thing I've got out the backyard I dye papers on. And the little dots transfer over. This one was ripped. Can't remember why or how, but I still use it because I think it's lovely. Black ruffle. This is that printer paper. Now this is the only, I think I've got one more page that actually has printing on it. All the rest are blank. Most people probably prefer blank pages, but I actually quite like the printing on them. Anyway, so it's a little fabric cluster that just flips out. It's the other side of that grungy paper. It's just some sewn fabric. What's this? Oh, this is foreign language paper. I can't remember what it's, Lithuanian or Belarusian or something like that. Somewhere from that area. But really beautiful font, and the pages kind of feel fluffy. So I've put a couple of those in there. They're double pages, so if you make your own journals, you can put it as a page in the journal, or make ephemera or collage or whatever you like with it. This is a pretty little envelope that picked up a bundle of empty envelopes at Reverse Garbage one day as well, and or an op shop, I can't remember where, but that was in it. Really pretty. So it was purple, so it was perfect for this journal. And inside, oh, I've just put a scrap of coffee dyed and purple dyed paper. And this little pretty picture. And this was actually out of a photo frame. You know when you buy a new photo frame and they always put some picture in there? That was the picture in that frame. So it's quite thin, but you can use it as a writing space or back it onto a card or whatever. Make a postcard out of it. It's a really pretty picture. This little fabric cluster. That was just a barcode off an envelope I received. More piece papers and stitching. This bit of jelly print stamp from Poland. Just scrap fabric. This was off the cover of a stamp auction catalogue. Look, I've got threads everywhere. It's quite thick, so I've just made it a pocket, like an open pocket, and inside, what have I put? Oh, this is, I've been putting a couple of pages of this in all my journals. It's actually from a Greek Bible, and the font, I'm sitting down so I can't see what you're seeing, but I hope you can see. The font is really, really beautiful. I say it every time, but it reminds me of like Elvish or something. Really, really pretty. When I say Elvish, you Lord of the Rings nerds will know what I'm talking about. So I've put a couple of pages of those in there, and this was also from that box of random papers. RTA copy notice of sale. And I've just coffee dyed it. It was originally blue. The RTA is our Roads and Traffic Authority here in New South Wales. And I've put some little postage stamps in there. They're all Australian. It's just a little plastic slip thing. So you can use those to embellish. I won't pull them out. You can use them to embellish your journal. Another scrap of jelly print and a stamp. Small dyed typing paper or tracing paper. This was another one of the pages, coffee dyed papers, that I put one of the green school kids' notes on top. And I just love how they come up. Okay, it's just a big pocket page. Just a collaged. This might have been like a glue page or glue drop page that I've just collaged over. Put a little stamp, postage stamp on there. And some ribbon. Oh, this was from a Happy Mail that someone sent me, Helen. This was one of your tags, and I've just, I think there was a pin, a bulb pin on here originally, but I used it for something, so I've put some scrap fabric and added one of my own little tags with a leaf on it because it looks kind of cute. This is out of a stamp auction catalogue as well. Just scrap fabric. I don't know what this was. This was in some scrapbook papers or something that I can't even remember where I got it from. I have a feeling that you're meant to cut them that way. It was on a bigger sheet. I have a feeling they're borders or something like that. But anyway, you'll find a use for it. Oh, this is a leftover page that's been kicking around in my room for ages. It was out of a children's book, Where Do Butterflies Go When It Rains? It was a pretty little picture, so I've just covered the writing. You can write over that. Just made a little journal spot. Hymnal paper from the 70s, coffee dyed graph paper. More cookbook covered in brown paper. And scraps paper for writing stitched around it. That's some coffee dyed sticky notes. More of those papers dyed with my grandkids' school notes. Isn't it pretty? This one's really pretty. I'll put it as a centre page. Fabric ruffle. What have I got here? I kind of like not having seen this journal in a while because you forget what's in the pockets. Oh, that was just some stitch scraps to make a little cluster thing. And one of the stamped butterflies that Rayleigh sent me. Oh, this was out of a calendar. Really pretty picture. It's a red-tailed black cockatoo. So I've backed it with coffee dyed paper because, you know, on the back of the calendars, sometimes they have emergency contacts and all this sort of stuff. It was a bit ugly. And you can use that as a writing spot. It's just some little ephemera from glue drop pages that you can write in. Little journal card. What have I got here? Oh, it's just some painty papers with diary on the back. Just a big journal card. That's some more of that scrapbooky type paper. And a little collage journal card. Scrap fabric cluster. More of that school note dyed paper. It's a pretty photo. I don't know where that is. What else? Just some cancelled postage stamps that you can use. And a little scrap of coffee dyed scrapbook paper or something. Oh, this was also in Helen's Happy Mail. Little butterfly. Thank you, Helen. More fabric ruffle. Whoops. It's one of my little scrap fabric clusters. And these are the negatives, you know, when you punch out flowers with a, like a, this is a circle punch, but I've got a flower one somewhere. So this is the negative that's left. These flowers I made, like, honestly 5 years ago or something, and I've still got this big envelope of the negatives that I haven't been using. I need to use them up. Little note paper. Just a large pocket. Actually, this is the pocket I did in one of the videos a while back. So I've got a big tag in there. And you may have seen some of this ephemera from videos when I was making it. It's a picture of a postcard or a letter. Sorry, a letter out of a stamp auction catalogue. Some more stamps. These are the same stamps that you saw earlier. It was on a big envelope. I've left it on the original paper because I just thought it was kind of cute. You can write on the back or soak them off and use them. That's also out of a stamp auction catalogue. It's just some scrap fabric underneath. What's in here? This is also one of my glue drop pages that I've just collaged over, sewn it and made a pocket. These are also foreign language papers. Again, I've forgotten what language because I do sort my books on my bookshelf in order, and I always think I'll remember, you know, these are from Germany and these are from wherever, but then I forget, and I'm terrible with languages. I think it's German, but I don't know. Anyway, I've put a couple of pages because these are really good to use in clusters and collage, and they're a lovely colour. I think they were German. And this is just a little page out of this mini stamp auction catalogue. No, it's not an auction catalogue, but it's a stamp catalogue. But they're like little mini pictures that you can cut out and use. That's a real postage stamp there. This is just paper clipped on. It's one of those envelopes I made in a scrap fabric cluster in a previous video. And I've just put some coffee dyed writing paper in there. Pop that back on there. Okay. I've got another envelope here. And I've just put some dyed typing or tracing paper in there. This was a junk mail envelope that I've just covered up the reply paid address and everything. This was a drop page, I think, when I was spraying something. That's another calendar page. Oops. Oh, I thought I missed one. That's just scrap fabric ruffle. That's another calendar page. A mother and her little calf. Isn't it pretty? And I've just glued some scrap papers on the back that you can write over. Oh, this was also from Helen in her Happy Mail. A little booklet that she's made with book page. I'll just pop that on with a tiny bulldog clip. Little scrap fabric cluster. And what have I put in here? I never know what I've put in here. You know, all my journals are made completely from junk. The only store-bought stuff is, you know, secondhand, op shop or recycle centre. So you get some random stuff. I don't even know what this little thing is, but it's cute. So I've popped it in there. Oh, this is from my friend James. He's in Idaho, in America. He sent me a bunch of his movie tickets because he knows I love real tickets. So I've shared one with you. This is some coffee dyed index cards, and it was lined with blue lines at one stage, but when I coffee dyed them, they ran, which I'm glad they did because look at the cute little mushroom plumes it left. And I've stamped a mushroom there. Look at that. It's so cool. I love how those turned out. That's the more of that scrapbook paper that I don't know where it came from. I feel like things just miraculously appear in my craft room sometimes. I probably picked it up at an op shop at some stage. These were some tags I made. It's just book page, covered in napkin, backed with coffee dyed paper. One of those little mini pockets. It's a tiny little playing card. Look how cute that is. Actually, Rayleigh sent me a picture once. She's got little playing cards even smaller than this. So cute. So cute. It's just a little tag, stamped tag in there. I've just made some teeny tiny little tickety things with some of those pictures in the stamp auction catalogues. I love them. They look so cute. I can't tell if it's upside down or not. Okay. Just some accounting paper. More accounting paper. This is what, March 1986, I think. I can't read from here. It's just out of an old diary or appointment book or something. More dyed papers. This was I don't know if it was scrapbook paper or what it was, but may have come in a Happy Mail. I'm not sure. Anyway, just made a pocket page. That's another one of those pretty pictures out of the stamp, out of the picture frames. So I've popped that in there. You can write on the back, and small painty papers. You can write on the back of that. Journal card. Scrap of purple dyed paper. This was the last of my super grungy pages I made once. This was dried on that rusty metal thing I told you. See the little dots? I love how this one came out though. I'll have to do some more. You see, I've left all the threads on the sewn pages and, you know, all the tags and everything. If that bothers you, just snip them off. I like it because it makes it kind of more grungy. Dyed papers, more fabric ruffle. It's a bird note card. I love these pieced paper pages. I just think they look so vintagey and nice. And in the back, I've just put a belly band, a little postage stamp. I think this was out of the accounting book as well, this page on top. And these are some, I can't recall if it's 1940s or 50s stamp catalogue. I've put a few pages for you to play with. They're double pages, so sometimes these pages, I actually put them as a page in a journal, just because they look so vintagey and nice. They're quite interesting, but you can always cut them out or tear them and use them for embellishing. There's a couple there. Anyway, that's it. And this will be available in my Etsy shop. The link is in the comments box below. And thank you for watching. Hope I'll see you tomorrow.